Good afternoon. I hope everyone's well today, or good morning when this goes out. Is a British style ice that they've got in America coming to the UK? That's what we're going to get into in this video. Now, if you like this video, let me know and comment below. As always, all opinions are valid. We had Sadiq on the weekend at the Fabian Society saying that Nigel Farage will bring ICE-style crackdown to Britain. Strong words, and he's saying this in public, and he's saying it to his lefty, lovey audience. What I want to know is, do you think that, is he just scaremongering, or do you think that Farage and Reform UK would actually do it? Now, I put a poll out on my channel earlier today about this. Most of my audience, 98%, agree with me that we do need something very, very hardline like this in the United Kingdom. As far as I'm aware, Nigel Farage hasn't said this publicly yet, but there are people that were formerly in Reform UK, such as Ben Habib and Rupert Lowe, that are pushing for something similar in terms of Alcatraz or alligator Alcatraz and something like that. Strong deterrence like they've got currently under President Trump in America. Is this something that you would support? Because it is something that I would support. The cost of housing the illegal migrants in the United Kingdom is exponential. I think it's at least 50k a year to begin with. Now, I don't know about you. As a tax-paying British citizen, I find this fundamentally unfair. Remember, in the UK, you can't even go on the dole if you've got, I think it's something like 4 or 5 grand savings. You're not even allowed to sign on to get a fraction of what these people that are being ferried over from France are getting when they arrive on our shores. That is not a deterrent. That is an incentive. In France, you only get something like 5 grand a year. You get no hotels. You're in the jungle. You get bread and bottles of water, and that's pretty much it. In Belgium, they have very strong border controls. But in the UK, we've got a literal built-in moat. Apparently, it's not a big deal, which leads to the theory that this is a plan. As I've mentioned in previous videos, it's about electoral cycles. Europe is going to have elections before us, so they're on the border patrols and making sure that the illegals don't get much. Us are further down that electoral pipeline, so we don't have to worry about it, or our government won't worry about it until they're going to be voted out. And then we look at this. This, again, people are running with it online. This is from Ben Online. He's saying exactly the same thing. I believe we need strong orders, and I believe that with the proper applied pressure from former Reform UK figures like Rupert Lowe, who's doing excellent work with Restore Britain, and Ben Habib with Advance UK, there will be enough incentive for Farage to become more hardline over time. Where are we going to find the people, though, to run ICE? This is the thing. I think we could incentivise people. There's many people, many patriots that are going over to France currently. Like, I think this is from... Oh, first of all, let's look at this here. There are over 1 million illegal immigrants in the UK. A quarter of the entire continent of Europe are in Britain. That's only officially, by the way. It's probably double, if not treble, that number. If you look into it, that would be my view. And were we going to recruit these people, these ICE agents, if we did get a similar thing over in Britain? Well, there's a lot of patriots on these United Kingdom rallies. That might be a place to start. I'm sure there'd be a lot of strapping men that would happily step up to the plate. And then you look at the people who are doing that Operation Overlord in France. Some of them have recently been barred from France. I'm sure they would be game, and I'm sure they'd have a lot of buddies and pals that if they're on the payroll of the government, the democratically elected government, and this is government policy, so it would be legal, we'd be more than happy to jump on board as well. I mean, just look what they've done in France over the weekend. Let's just bring this up now. Please read and let's make it absolutely clear. This is from Danny Tommer, by the way, from Operation Overlord. Yesterday proved something. This was the 24th of January. The weather was calm, the sun was out, conditions were right for crossings, and yet the police deployed in force across northern French coast, not because of migrants, but because the British and Englishmen showed up to stand for what they believe in, and not a single migrant boat launched. 0 arrivals to the United Kingdom. The irony: when pressure is applied by ordinary people, authorities act immediately. That is when they act at scale. The boats stop. This is exactly what is possible. This is the same level of policing and pressure that should be applied every day to the illegal crossings. This crisis could be brought to standstill and under control. We proved a point yesterday that even if only a point was proved yesterday, even if it was a small one. Presence matters, pressure matters, action changes outcomes. Which is exactly what we're seeing with the hotels and the migrants in the hotels. They're being moved along because of local pressure. Nobody wants them here. And they get moved into army barracks, and it's rinse and repeat. None of them should be in the country. Let's be abundantly clear. You've broken into our country. You've abandoned our laws. You disregard our laws. You were safe in France. What are you doing here? I think strong deterrents matter. Now, if you like this video and you think I make some good points, make me aware. Like and subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Let me know if you would volunteer for something like this to become an agent of the state. If we had something like they've got in America, an ICE-style border enforcement and immigration control, would you join it if it was by the government, obviously democratically elected government? Democracy in action. I appreciate your time. Like and subscribe, and once again, I'll see you in the next one.